All right, welcome back, guys. Welcome back to the show. You probably realize there's a bit of silence in the beginning. The reason is because when you start a YouTube live stream, 3 4 seconds 5 seconds, it doesn't do anything. So I could be speaking and then you just cut in. So I'm avoiding that. This is a 24-hour market update from what we talked about yesterday. So obviously yesterday was all about warning, get prepared, guys, do whatever needs to be done, protect yourself, protect your funds, XYZ, right? I know we had a little bit of banter and also it's been fun, right? um Today I'm just going live because I thought I'll talk about what the market's doing, right? So obviously I kind of briefly mentioned this as well last couple of videos as well. I said, guys, on the higher time frame, on the weekly, so we were overbought, right? We've been overbought for a very long time now. So far, until Sunday, until yesterday, the weekly was fine, right? Even though we were overbought, we were still kind of fine because all indicators were still pointing that we still have a chance to go up, right? So even though we're overbought, we can still move up as long as we have the hype, as long as we have the fundamentals going, we can move forward, right? So all of that was positive until last night, midnight. Right. So yesterday we had a particular signal on a lower time frame on a daily, and you guys know, those of you guys who follow me for a long time, I'm not really that keen on the daily targets and this and that, but the daily RSI and everything was showing, yes, there's a little bit of bullish signs, no problem, right? Of course there was some bearish divergence as well, but overall on the daily, yeah, we look like we're going to reset, we're going to pump again, and all of that was true, right? But the higher time frame, the weekly, was still pointing overbought. So yesterday it made the signal was like kind of, it flipped bearish, right? So the signal flipped bearish, right? If you're here, guys, for the first time, my name is Sham. This is 0xfiles. The truth is always out there, I always say that. I kind of talk about crypto and XYZ, so if you're here, say hi, don't be shy. And those of you guys who are old, are regular subscribers of the channel, please go and smash that like button. Okay, that's what I'm asking. Smash that like button. I'm not asking to become a member. I'm not asking to, do anything like, paid premium or sign anything. No, hit that like button. That's all I'm asking for, right? So going back to the market, right? So with the market, obviously it looks a bit iffy. I talked about this a few days ago as well. I said, guys, Bitcoin, when it went up to 99k and then it went down to whatever 92k or whatnot, and in between that we became a little bit unpredictable. So until Sunday we were still unpredictable, right? And then on Sunday close, things became a little bit more predictable, let's just say it this way, right? So now what it's looking like, so far, and I'll talk about the good things as well at the end, right? So far what it's looking like, Bitcoin and a lot of the other major altcoins as well, like XRP and all sorts of other coins, Solana and XYZ, right? They all look like, okay, they've gone into the overbought territory. They are now pointing down on the higher time frame. They're pointing down, which means that we could see a week or 2 weeks worth of bearishness, right? Now it could be a freaking slow grind, because that's the good thing, by the way. So I'm getting to the good part, right? So it could be a slow grind to a lower level, which is good for the market, to be honest, right? So none of this is going to be harmful for us. The only thing that's going to harm us if we have a sudden drop, right? Sudden drop. And I'm not talking about blip that we had the other day. When we're on the live, right? We're talking about we need to go to 92k. Someone dumped it from 98k and we went to 92 and then recovered again. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about a sudden drop, major, like 20, 30 grand knocked off BTC, right? A few $100 billion knocked off from the total market cap. That's what we're talking about. That's what we don't want to see, right? So other than that, if we have a slow grind, move all the way down to 92k, even now 92k is a good number. In fact, we also have a nice little support around the 96k, by the way. So we've also formed a very small, insignificant support area around the 96. Let's see what that does, right? KR says, yes, bro. Thanks for the market update. Bro, I'm here for you guys. I told you guys, as long as one or two of you guys want me to come on a live, I'll come on a live, right? I'm free until 5 o'clock. So if you guys want to sit here and talk to me until 5 o'clock, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. I got my water bottle. If I get thirsty, I'm there. I see Desi Track Rider. Also, hello, my brother. Hello, sunshine. There's no sun here, bro. We don't have sunshine. UK. Come on, bro. You know this, right? It's freaking crazy here. Yeah, it's getting chilly as well. By the way, it's getting chilly as well. But anyway, everything's good, right? So let's talk about this. So with the market, obviously, we're a bit kind of, how would I say this, unpredictable right now, but the predictability is looking a lot more likely that it wants to go south. But the south, as long as we do a slow grind, we're fine. So earlier on, I know Bobby, he messaged and he was like, is it time to buy the dip? And I was like, no, hold off for about 24 hours. And he jumped in anyway and he bought some anyway. He bought the dip, which is not a problem. If you are going to buy the dip right now, do it with the intention that your DCA, like dollar cost averaging down, right? So yes, let it bleed, no problem, but buy small amounts. Don't go all in, right? Because you don't want to run out of dry powder. That's the whole important thing here. If we bleed even further, then at least you got better opportunities. So, you know, if you have whatever amount you have, right, split it in 10 and buy like 10% at a time or something, right? And that's going to be a better way for you to accumulate rather than seeking that one dip, right? So at least that way you won't miss anything if you are going to buy the dip. Remember what I said on another thing as well. I said, I see Crypto Roach here. Awesome, my brother. Good morning, good afternoon. In fact, here it's good afternoon, but yeah, good morning to you too. So if we do bleed down, we want to see a slow grind, right? And 96, as I said, is a very small support, nothing too major. 92 is a better support for us, and more stronger than that is around the 86, 88k. In fact, I think that 86, 88k has changed more towards the 90k now. So that's a good thing, right? So we know that as we're progressing, we're creating these bigger, better support zones, right? In order for us to understand that what if we fall below this, what does it mean for us, right? So if we head towards the 90k today and we push through and go towards the 88k, well, now we can start being really bearish and say, right, guys, this could be a time for us to exit and sit back on the sidelines. So these are the kind of things you need to understand. It's like all about perspective, right? It really matters, right? Perception is one thing, perspective is another thing. So we know we're under the perception right now that the bull market wants to go. I know a lot of people think we've got another 10 months. A lot of experts have been shouting and screaming about another 10 months. Some people have been screaming that this bull run is not going to end until 2025 December, by the way. I've heard as 2025 December. So they're saying there's exactly more than a year remaining in the bull market. And believe me, these are experts, right? These are experts with, you know, let me give you a good example. The one with the lowest number of subscribers was about 250,000 subscribers, 259 to be precise, but 250,000 subscribers, and the other expert had around 2 million people following him. These are experts, right? So the experts are shouting and screaming that, look, we're going to be going all the way until 2025, end of 2025, which is great, right? We want to be hyper optimistic, but that's just perception. Remember what I said. I also believe that BTC is going to go to $1 million, right? But that's just perception. Perspective is a whole different thing, right? So when we start looking at the market and then looking at the candles and looking at the patterns, that changes everything, right? So when I'm looking at the candles and I'm shouting and screaming to you guys about stop loss, stop loss, stop loss, well, you know why, right? So that's, hopefully I've proven myself that that's what that's what that means, right? Now, good news is, as I said, slow grind is very good for us. So if we do a slow grind, it shouldn't affect the market at all. This could be just a minor blip and then we can go up. Because remember, what we need to do is, even if we have a few weeks, 2-3 weeks of sideways movement, that's really good for the market. Sideways movement is one of the best things the market could ever ask for, depending whichever direction you go. Whether if you're in a bear market and you move sideways and you're not moving any lower, that's a good thing, because then you have a higher probability, like a 50-50 chance, right, of you pumping back up, right, and now creating a bull run, which is exactly what we want. On this time, yeah, we have a 50-50 chance. So our bet is 50-50 that if we can move sideways, then we make a decision, right? It's a good thing. We make a decision. We either go down or we either go up, right? So we can set up our stop losses if we're going to go down, and then we buy more and we accumulate more coins that way. Or if we're going up, then yeah, we're going to the moon, right? So that's what really matters, guys. You need to really understand this. KR says BTC ETF dropped 182k BTC. Yeah, that's fine, not a problem. I mean, when you're looking at ETF, exchange traded funds, and this and that, when you're looking at options, you know, all of those kind of things, yeah, you can drop whatever number you want. It doesn't matter, right? Because all you're doing is just betting on that direction. So from what I'm seeing, right, and I've talked about this on many other videos as well, with all the institutions and all the top dogs, right, coming in, right, all the big boys coming in, right, there's a big reason why they're buying. And I've told you about the conspiracy. We're not going to talk about conspiracy right now, but there is a theory out there why I think they're buying whatever. So that means, regardless of the conspiracy behind it or the theory behind it, ultimately we're still bullish. We're still in a bull market, because we haven't invalidated any of the trend yet. So that's a good thing. Remember that the trend is not invalidated. When we invalidate the trend, then we're in shitstorm, right? We don't want to be there. So that's what we need to look for. That's the most important thing, in my opinion. Of course, other people have other opinions, and I'm not against anybody. I'm not going to diss anyone here. I'm not going to talk about any of the experts and any of the all the institutional backed, whatever, all of the guys who are sponsored. No, I'm not going to talk about those guys. I'm not sponsored. No one's sponsoring me. Other than probably my members who are here, right? So my members are probably just sponsoring me. Other than that, nobody else is sponsoring me, and I'm free to talk about whatever I want. You know what I mean? So Desi Track says, you're our sunshine, a light through the storm. I hope, my brother. I'm trying to keep everybody calm. I'm trying to kind of like yesterday, you probably noticed, right? I'm shouting and screaming about the stop loss, and there's a reason, right? You got to be prepared. You got to be prepared. You could have $1 million, $1 billion in crypto right now, but if you're not prepared for whatever the outcome is going to be, then it's too late for you. You're not going to have enough time. When something goes south, you're just not going to have the time. So SMTI, yes, bro. Salam all. Hope everyone's good. Oh, by the way, Desi, I forgot to do one thing, bro. So I'm also gonna make you a moderator as well. So that way, what happens is if there are any riffraffs showing up, any trolls showing up who do not respect what I'm trying to do here, my brother, you can kick them out as well. Matthew D. Hart says, what's the theory? So I have a theory, Matthew. I can see you're here for the first time. A lot of the guys are here regularly, every day, basically. But Matthew, if you're here for the first time, I'll explain it to you, right? I don't have a problem. I'll explain to you. So I have this crazy theory that why Trump became pro crypto all of a sudden, why the other party became pro crypto. Because remember, both parties in USA right now are actually pro crypto, right? All the institutions are banging on about BTC, BTC, BTC. There's a big reason behind this. What I think, my theory is, and this is not set in stone or anything, guys, it's just my theory, so please take it with a pinch of salt. None of this is financial advice, right? And it's not a conspiracy, because I didn't sit down with anybody to conspire against anybody. It's not a conspiracy against anybody. It's just a theory. I believe that a lot of these institutions and mega corporations are now filling their bags up, right, with a lot of BTC and top-notch coins, right, XRP, XYZ, loads of these coins, right, even Ethereum, even Solana. They're filling their bags up because they're getting ready for something big that's about to happen in the financial markets, right? And the way I'm looking at it is the biggest kind of financial crash that we've had. A lot of people think it's 2008. It's actually not. It was in 1926, and I'm talking about the US markets. There was a massive crash during that time, right? Or during the 1920s, let's just put it that way. So I've got a feeling we've just kind of recycled 100, right? 100 years. So it's something big is about to happen. And Donald Trump was put in power, right? He was selected to be the president because they want him to take the shit. And that kind of relates back to why he was in power last time as well. So last time he was put in power during pandemic and whatnot and this and that. So he had to deal with all of that. So his legacy is, oh, he had a big crash, he had financial crash, he had COVID, he had this, he had that. Do you know what I mean? So that's all gone against him. That's like his legacy. And I think this time they're gonna, because it's gonna be his final term, they're gonna make a bigger legacy. So nothing against Donald, right? Nothing against Trump, right? Nothing against Biden. I'm not political at all. I'm not pro Biden, pro thing, but I think he was put there, right, because they just want to make him a laughing stock for the future. That's what I believe. So that's my theory, and I believe that a lot of these institutions are buying as many BTC and whatever because money's gonna go to shits, right? So when money goes to shit, you need something to protect yourself. Do you know what I mean? And there's not enough money in the world that you can go and buy enough gold in the world, number one. And even then, when you buy the gold, where do you store them? Right? So they know that it's not tangible, it's not fungible, because gold, yeah, as much as people like to say it's fungible, physical gold isn't. But BTC is a digital gold, hence why they're backing themselves up there, because they know, for example, if the dollar collapses completely, then all of a sudden BTC can be worth $1 million and you can buy $1 million worth of fiat currency, right? So that's what they're betting on, I believe. So that's my thoughts anyway. So I hope that kind of makes sense, Matthew. I just did it in a short form, but I hope that makes sense. Adil, salam, my brother. How you doing? Oh, nice. What's my thoughts on XRP? My thoughts on XRP is still bullish, right? XRP on the daily still showing it wants to go. Yes, there was a little bit of a bearish divergence now forming because of the candle we closed on Sunday. So on the weekly, we were overbought anyway. So that's another thing you got to understand. Because remember, we went. So again, you got to look at XRP or any coin, by the way, from the bottom of the market. What was that starting price when the bull run started? Because this bull run hasn't been happening for the last month or two. This bull run has been happening since like November last year or something, or like January or February. I forgot. I think it was March, February or March last year, right? Or this year, right? It started. So you got to look at that number. Sorry, my mind is not plugged in properly, right? So I can't remember. But that's what you got to remember. Where the price started. So if you multiply the price right now and see how many X's we've done, like how many 100% we've done, then you realize that, hold on, XRP, we've already done more than 10x. So of course it's overbought. Just because of that, it's overbought. But if the momentum still stays there, we don't see a problem. Right, there is no problem. We can still carry on. We could still have, in the next 10 days, we can pump up, right? The only problem I had was when BTC started moving too fast, because that's when we realized that, okay, we're in risk. When BTC moves too fast, there's a risk. Risk is that someone's going to cash out, someone's going to manipulate the market and dump, right? Because they don't, listen, institutions and corporations, they don't have problem with burning money because they're just going to expense it anyway, right? And they're going to, not pay tax on that. You know what I mean? So they don't have a problem with that. That's how you kind of rotate money, right? That's a whole different story. So that's that. But XRP, I believe, look, right now, again, I talked about stop loss. That's very important. Yes, we did test around $2.60 yesterday, I believe. 62, I think I was on the live when we did 62. As long as XRP holds around $2.20, right now, because obviously the data is changing. So before it was around $2, $1.98 was the support, and that is still a very strong support zone. However, as we've moved forward in the last few days, we've now created another level, which is a very small support around the $2.20. As long as we stay above that, I think we're fine. Right, I think we're fine, because this market's going to take a day or two, 24 hours, maybe 48 hours, maybe up to Wednesday. Like, so today's Monday, maybe up to Wednesday, we don't know, like Tuesday candle close basically, for it to reset again. Because as I said, on the shorter time frames, we are bullish. On the daily, we are bullish on a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them, right? Especially the major ones. But it's the weekly that concerns me, and the weekly tells me that we could bleed out, right? We could actually be doing lower highs, right? Or, yeah, it's not going to be higher low, but we can do a few lower highs, right? And start pushing down a little bit. But as long as we don't do a sudden drop, I believe someone's message is, yeah, so, or whoever that was, yeah, we're not getting there. So another member's handled this. So anyway, so yeah, so as long as we are, like, we don't drop suddenly, then we're fine, right? That's all I'm going to say. Then we're fine. So Matthew says, I agree with you 100%. It's just a theory I have. I mean, as I said, I've got nothing against anybody, but that's what I'm thinking. Why would these guys all of a sudden go absolutely bonkers and start buying whatever they can, right? Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, XLM, what's the other one, Solana, right? Many other coins. Why would they suddenly start holding these bags, right? Also, they're talking about ETFs. XRP ETF is coming very soon, so I'm announcing here. You guys will hear it soon as well. So those things are happening. They're all coming, right? ETF for them is the best, by the way. For ETF is one of the best products for the institutions. It's not for you and me, by the way. That's where they make the money, because they can start buying and selling paper money, right? So invisible money. So that's what it is. So it is what it is. Gupak says Solana or Ethereum, both, my brother. There's no one or the other. When you look at the top 10 coins, right, especially in the coin market cap, minus the USD, USDC, and whatever USD peg coins, they're all good coins. If you're in the top 10, you're a good coin, right? So you don't choose one or the other. Of course, the only difference that you have, right, it's two differences you have, is how much budget you have. That's one, right? So how much do you want to buy? That's one. And then the other thing is how much do you distribute? How many percentage? Whether you put 10% on one, 20% on one, 25% on one, that's the only difference you would have. But that's something I'm not going to advise you. Do you know what I mean? Right? Again, as I said, it's budget specific. It's something I can't say, especially on a live stream. I won't recommend any of that because I don't give financial advice on a live stream. But however, I do have a whole separate entity, like a business that I have, where I do give those advices, but that's a paid service, so I'm not going to preach anything here to you guys, and I'm not plugging anything here, because I know I get sometimes people like, oh, you're plugging something. No, I'm not plugging anything. I don't care. Adil says, appreciate your advice and your insights. They are definitely great and offer a much more grounded perspective than what I see on crypto Twitter. I stay so I used to be on Twitter. In fact, you can go and verify what I'm saying. So I used to be on Twitter, and I would only like publish a chart or maybe a comment or maybe a thought or maybe a quote. That's all I used to do. So kind of like having a bit of fun, right? And I did follow a whole bunch of people and whatnot, but over time I've seen how they changed, and I was like, I don't want to be a part of it. So I changed myself. When I did YouTube, I used to do a lot of pre-recorded stuff, right? So I used to do pre-recorded because a lot of the community members, in fact, some of these guys are still here. They used to ask, Sham, how do you do this? How do you do that? Can you talk about this coin? Can you talk about that coin? Can you analyze something? Can you give us a name for top 50 coin? I used to do all of that, right? But then I realized that I'm just the same as everybody else, right? If you want to know about coins, I can recommend a channel to you. Go there, right? If you want to, if you want some hype, I can recommend a channel. You can go there. But that's not what I am. So I kind of changed, and I said, no, I'm going to only talk about what I want to talk about, and hopefully I help people stay grounded and actually realize that, hold on, guys, you know, yes, you're going there, but sometimes you got to take a step back and just look at the market and see what the market is doing and plan ahead. So my whole kind of what do you call it, motto, right? My whole motto in this YouTube channel is to keep you one step ahead of the game, one step ahead of the herd, right? So if you can do that, you're the boss. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. Adil says, everyone like the stream and subscribe. Sham always drops gems and solid inside. I appreciate that, my brother. I do appreciate that. I mean, I see 6 of you guys here, 11 likes. I do appreciate that. But as I said, I'm here for you guys all the time. I mean, even now, this stream, why am I here? I said to the boys on Discord, I said, boys, if you want me, I don't care, as long as there's 1 or 2 of you there to moderate any trolls or whatever. Yeah, I'll come on. I'll come on. I don't have a problem. I'm free. I'll talk about it. And it doesn't matter what it, of course, the thumbnails for me, by the way, thumbnails are like 2 seconds. I'm sure you realize I reuse a lot of stuff. I use Canva and just go and change the label, and that's it. It's the same thumbnail. I don't really care. Probably change the color a little bit, but that's me. Do you know what I mean? But other than that, look, guys, when we're looking at the market, we've got to look at it as a gift. Right, Crypto Roaches, Sham the man. No, you're the man, bro. You're the man. Every one of you guys coming here on my stream regularly, you guys are the boss. Believe me, you guys are the boss. I wouldn't be here if you guys weren't here, because I have no reason to be on YouTube. It's the truth. I have absolutely no reason to be here on YouTube. I don't come to YouTube for monetary reasons. Do you know what I mean? I don't come to YouTube to gain a whole bunch of followers. I don't come to YouTube to influence anybody. This is the crazy thing. I'm not an influencer. I don't want to influence anybody, right? Even though if I wanted to, if I chose to, I could. And I said to KR yesterday on a message, because KR went and watched a whole bunch of my old videos, right? My old videos when Ethereum was like $500, right? He went and watched those. When BTC was like 10K, he was watching those videos, right? And I was talking and telling people what to buy, what not to buy, and how to buy and whatnot, right? So that's my old videos, right? He was watching that, and I was like, bro, I gotta probably delete some of those videos because they're old, and I didn't know what I was doing, right? So I was just getting out there and conveying my message to the people that used to follow me, because the channel started from me helping a whole bunch of friends and family. That was it. I was never intending to be a guy on YouTube. Eventually, obviously, now you guys are here, so I'm here for you guys, right? But that's about it. I'm here just for you guys, nothing more, right? I've never asked anybody for anything. I've never done anything. I said, look, I'm just going to leave it there, let it roll and do whatever. If you guys want me on a live, I'll jump on a live. If you guys don't want me on a live, by all means, that's a free day for me. I see my Bubble, brother. So here, Bubble's been following me for like 4 years now. And yeah, you know, Bubble's awesome. So that's what it is, guys. So that's what it is. It's just, you know, you're going to see nothing but real truth here, just absolute raw information, nothing more. Do you know what I mean? So remember, you know, everyone here is welcome to join my Discord server. You're welcome to have a conversation amongst yourself. I might not be there all the time, right? But you're welcome to do whatever. However, the one thing that Discord server allows you to do, right, is request me to come and talk to you about something, because I'm happy. If you want me, as I say, even if one person wants me to come and talk, I'm happy to come and share my knowledge or whatever information I have, right? Or whatever my thoughts are, just to keep you guys grounded. That's the most important thing. I'm not going to sit here with all the CNN reports, all the Evening Standard reports, all the New York Times report and just repeat that. And I'll mention there is a channel if you guys want to go and watch that, because that's what they do. And they have about 3 million subscribers. 2 brothers, twins, Altcoin Daily. Yeah, go. No, I'm not dissing them or anything, but that's what they do, and they grow their channel through that. So Matthew says Discord link. If you look below the in the description, there's a link that says all my links, and all my links are there, so you can just sign in or log in or whatever, become a member from there. So that's there. You know, it's absolutely for free. So that's what it is. Crypto Roach says, did you ever get your dad to buy crypto? No, I didn't. My dad passed away in 2014. He was a very old man. Let's put it this way. He was a very old man. He's seen his grandchildren have children, and he passed away. So yeah, no, I didn't get my dad to buy crypto. Yeah, came quite after his time. Yeah, he wasn't really in the right state of mind when I even entered crypto. So yeah, you know. So yeah, my dad passed away before I've entered crypto, unfortunately. Awesome, Matthew. Thank you very much. No, thank you. We're coming here every day, and the community is growing as well. And I really appreciate the mature community as well, because if you don't have the same kind of like-mindedness, if you don't think the same way, if you don't have the same thoughts, then it doesn't work. You know what I mean? Because of course we'll have a little bit joke every now and then. We'll have a little banter every now and then, right? We throw like Adil. He loves when I talk about little conspiracies and whatnot, right? Or kind of theories that I have. He loves it, right? So I'll drop a few of those, and we'll have a little banter. We'll have a little joke. Now, I don't have to be right. I don't have to be wrong. Just have fun, right? That's what we want, right? And we can do that. But there are times when we need a lot of serious information. And for me, it's not even information. For me, coming here, it's just kind of reminding you. I'm just reminding guys, step back, remind, right? Just don't make that mistake. Don't make that mistake. Because I've learned. I say silent sweep, salam, my brother, salam. But I've learned from mistakes I've made, right? I've made freaking plenty of mistakes. I've made mistakes sharing my wallet ID with somebody. I've made mistakes with my seed phrase. So my seed phrase moved from one exchange to another, and I thought, okay, I can use the same seed phrase. I've used that. I got done for that. So yeah, I've learned so many mistakes, right? I've made mistakes where I've gone alone, like a lone wolf, right? Trying to do things on my own. And that was a lesson for me as well. So for me in life, I've made so many mistakes, and they were all lessons to me. So now I'm like, you know what? We don't want these kind of things. Like I've made mistakes in where there are some coins I've seen them go up, and I'm like, they're going to go up even more. They're going to go up even more. And I wasn't like, how would I say this? Like my fingers, my hands, right, wouldn't press that button. I call it the possession, right? It's like I'm possessed. I can't press that button. All right, something's stopping me from stepping that button, pressing that button. Something is stopping me from selling those assets and getting my initial out, because in my head, in my mind, in my heart, this thing is going up. So I'm overwhelmed, right? I'm out of control. I'm not in control. I've been through that phase, right? And I've made mistakes where I didn't sell the thing, and then it just dumped, and I was like, oh, I'm back to square one, or if not even worse sometimes. So I had to get myself to a point where I'm completely emotionally disconnected to the coin. Hence why sometimes you hear me talk about, if you pick up coin, have a one-night stand with them, right? I talk about it quite a bit. I'm like, coins, yeah, crypto, yeah, or assets, stocks, whatever. Think of it like a one-night stand, right? Of course, if you last a few more nights, why not, right? Enjoy your one-night stand, a prolonged one-night stand, but don't fall in love with it, right? And even if you do fall in love with it, make sure to get out as soon as possible. Take your initials out, right? So you're not really invested in it, and enjoy with the free money. And but whatever you do, don't marry the coin. And that, what I mean by don't marry the coin, don't marry the crypto, don't marry the asset. What I mean by that is, guys, don't get to that stage where this is it. Like, that's all I believe in. Because now you're out of control. You're not in control anymore. You are absolutely possessed by that coin, right? You're possessed by that thought that this thing's going to take you to the moon. Don't, because that's when you're going to become a bag holder. And that's the only thing I want you to avoid. Of course, we hold, right? There's two coins. Yesterday, there was one, KR, you mentioned a coin yesterday, and I looked at it, right? So we went and I looked at it, and I couldn't find any data. So I said it on Discord. I said, guys, I can't find any data regarding this, how many holders, etc., etc., right? I can't find any of these things. Whatever they're giving is the data we have, right? And of course, it's like a fresh blockchain, so I can't really see much, right? But it's trading, it looks good, the price looks decent, and it's already done a 50x, right? So great, yeah, no problem, we'll go in there. So that's what I was laughing about when you said it'd probably do another 10x. I'm like, it's already done 50x, right? So I laughed about it a little bit, but what did I say? Go in and dump it, go and buy some, right? And just sit on it, just forget about it. And I said, I made sure, I said, literally just buy it and forget about it. Don't even look at it anymore. Why? Because some of these projects may come and shine later on. The reason I'm not too optimistic, why? You need a big budget, right? If this coin had the same budget as Sui, if it has the same budget as Aptos, if it had the same budget as Say, right, then this project today would be worth a few dollars. So then we would have already like 100, 200x, right? That's what I'm trying to say here. So those are the things you need to look at. Then there was another coin earlier on today he pointed out, and that was, looked very interesting. Looked very, very interesting. And funny thing is there are some technologies they're using that I'm familiar with. So I just shared a screenshot. I said, I know how to do that, right? Because I think I've spoken to KR when I was working on an exchange myself. So I was working on an exchange myself. In fact, that exchange is ready for me. If I want to launch it, it will take me a month. Just some free time, and I can launch it. It's already made. So I was working on an exchange years ago, and yeah, I still have that exchange, but I just never launched it. And I know how to do deep liquidity on the exchange, so I can pull liquidity from anywhere. And they're using the similar kind of technology. So great to see projects like that. And I think there's a potential, right? There's a potential. This could be the new Uniswap, right? More in a, it works like a centralized way, like a DYDX project, right? Very similar way. So there are potentials out there. And if I see that, I'm like, guys, yeah, I can see a future for this, but it'd probably be a long hold. So I'm just completely transparent about some of these projects. When I see them, whatever they are, I'll just say it like that, you know. But yeah, some obviously some are going to be long hold, some are going to be like short term, but the ultimate thing is look, we're here for the money. We're going to be honest about it. We want to make money. We want to make as much money as possible. Do you know what I mean? So that's the whole thing. Just be transparent about it, just be honest about it, you know. But when it comes to YouTube and me coming here, it's not about the money, right? I'm here for you guys. That's the most important thing. I'm here for you guys. And I've also mentioned this as well. I said, look, guys, if the channel grows, you know, we grow to a big level, and then channel eventually starts paying me, or at least pays one of my bill, yeah, then I can turn around and say, well, the channel's paying me, so I'm here for the channel. But I'm always going to be transparent and honest with you guys. Always going to be honest with you guys. Crypto Roach says, my normie friends bought the top of the XRP, keep saying XRP to $10. Well, I believe it could go to $10. I believe it could go to $10 as well. There's no reason why it can't. It actually makes more logical sense that it could even go to $10 this season. Hence why I've called for $10 as well. What we need to invalidate right now is the 2017. So remember, XRP 2017, it pumped all the way to $3.30, and then it actually didn't recover. So it's been so many years, it just didn't go back to that level anymore. If we can finally invalidate that $3.30, right, then we can actually shoot towards $10. And it's absolutely perfectly logical for us to do it. And I've mentioned, if we get to that level, that $10 level, it will become a $1 trillion market capitalization by fully diluted market cap, right? And that's brilliant, because if that can happen, then you can see higher numbers. And also what will happen is when you start looking at those numbers, you'll see other coins will also would start shining. So, you know, when we look for, like, sometimes we call for a total market cap, $10 trillion. Well, if we had, and this is a thing that the theory I have, right? Back in 2015, right? 2015 to 2017, let's just say that way, right? We originally started the market with about 300 coins. So there was about 300 coins. By the end of 2017, we had the ICO boom, and we had like 3,600 coins, right? The market went from $1 trillion all the way to something, 1 point something trillion dollars. Fine. And then when we came to 2020 bull market, let's just go to 2020, is, you know, ended in 2021, right? That bull market, we went to 3.01, just say $3 trillion, right? Total market cap. And we had somewhere around, I don't know, maybe 20, 30,000 coins, right? So we went there. So I'm just looking at the number of coins to the market cap. Okay, fine. We've had a nice increase. And BTC was majority of it anyway. Now we have 4 million coins. We shouldn't be in $3.5 trillion. According to that maths, we should be somewhere around $20 trillion right now. So if we can get the market to $20 trillion, I don't see a reason why a few of these coins that we have in the top 10, maybe the top 20, can't be worth $1 trillion each. And if they are worth $1 trillion, for example, in the case of XRP, that's $10. Easy $10, easy $10. You know what I mean? Ethereum, if it just doubles its price from where it is, that's easy $1 trillion market cap. Do you know what I mean? So that's how the kind of logic I'm using, basically, and I think that's absolutely possible. So Crypto Roach says, so you're thinking XRP is a catch-up trade? I think that with ETH has been the worst performer this season, and I've got a feeling if, right, and this is a big if statement, so please don't take this as a financial advice. There's a big if statement here. If Ethereum suddenly decides to, or some, you know, manipulators or whatever, some whales decide to come in and actually push ETH, I think ETH will just smash through its previous all-time high and possibly even create a brand new all-time high. Could be 5K, could be 6K, could be 7K, right? I'm not going to be too optimistic about it because of how much push is going to need, right? But let's just say we can get to around 7, 8K. That's double the price. That's double the price. So that is something, but and then that will obviously give us a $1 trillion market cap. Do you know what I mean? Right? And there's a few other things as well, like F is being favored by a lot of institutions and whatnot. We're not going to go into this because there's a lot of deep stuff there. But yeah, that's definitely possible. But with XRP, like with ETH, you're going to do a 1x, right? If you go to 8K, that's 100% from here. With XRP, if we get to $10, that's 3x. Do you know what I mean? So for me, I would look at XRP like if I was to buy, then I would look at XRP as my as a more higher potential. The gain is just higher potential. Same amount of money. If you put it in XRP, you probably make more. That's how I'm going to look at it. Do you know what I mean? So I mean, but this season right now, there's a few meme coins and this and that I'm playing with. I got a few Solanas I'm playing with. Other than that, I had a whole bunch of USDC, USDT sitting on exchanges, right? I've kind of deployed them. In fact, yesterday I deployed one like $33 into one because that's all I had there. So I've pretty much gone all in with my USDC and everything except Solana. So I do still have a whole bunch of Solana sitting around free and BNB by the way. So I do have some BNB. But those are for meme coins, right? So I have those for meme coin. Everything else I'm fully deployed, right? With a stop loss. Like, why? Because I needed to be prepared. I'm like, right, if the thing comes down, then I want to exit and I want to be back in USDT, USDC, whatever it be. So that's how I've been kind of moving forward. So yeah, if you are going to be buying XRP, again, don't risk anything. Don't go too heavy. Remember, the market is looking, it wants to go south. So Crypto Roach, this is for you, my brother. The higher time frame is indicating that we are bearish. We are getting bearish signs. Is indicating that we could potentially go bearish for another 2 weeks, right? Which coincidentally falls in time with Christmas as well, right? So we might see a Christmas pump, right? So, 10 days, whatever, but we are going to start moving down. Now, as long as we have a slow grind, the only thing I could say is you dollar cost average down so that as it goes down, you buy little increments, as I said earlier on in the video as well. That's the best thing you can do if you are planning, but there's two things you need to do when you buy. You either buy with a stop loss saying that, okay, I don't want to be in it too long if it keeps on dipping, right? I want to get out. So I want to cut my losses and I want to get out and I want to buy it cheaper later on. Or you buy with the intent that I'm going to be holding it for another 3-4 years, right? The reason is remember I've said on many of my videos, I said this, and I don't think anyone else on YouTube, I can guarantee you anyone else before I've mentioned it, I don't think anyone has actually said this. This is the beginning of the end. Right, I've said this, and believe me, if other YouTubers are watching me, right, they're probably going to use my narrative as well. But I've been the first person to shout and scream about this, guys. This is the beginning of the end, right? It could end tomorrow, it could end in a week, it could end in a month, it could end in 6 months. But I've been adamant about it. Why? Because this is the beginning of the end, right? The way I see it is, look, when we get to a certain point of the market, when all the indicators start looking in a particular way, right? Overbought, right? Stretched out proper like a freaking elastic band, right? Now, elastic bands, we all know you can only stretch it so much until it snaps, right? Or unless you let go and it snaps back towards you. That's what's going to happen. So we are going to see a big snap. But so far, it's not looking as big. And as I said, a slow grind is the best thing we could ever ask for. Slow grind is the best thing. So for me, the way, like what I said to Bobby earlier on as well on Discord, I'm going to say the same thing to you as well. Wait 24 hours, right? Wait 24 hours. Wait for tonight's candle to close. Wait for midnight, tonight, midnight candle to close. And if the candle closes, wherever it closes, as long as it's positive, it's fine. If it starts to become a bit negative, if it's another red candle, then what you want to do is just wait until Wednesday. Right, Wednesday morning, wake up Wednesday morning and just buy, right? Because Wednesday will probably be positive. But again, I'll give you an update on that, what we think, right? So far, I think there is still a little bit of blood left, even though everything looks good. I would still be a bit cautious. I want to be on the sideline until midnight today. I want to see how the candle closes today. Do you know what I mean? So that's the way we've got to move forward. So sometimes you just got to basically take a step back, take a step back. That's what it is. Yes, it's my favorite color. Red is my favorite color. Believe me, red is my favorite color. Whenever I see red, I usually post something on Discord and tell the group, I'm like, oh, look at this. Look how beautiful the market looks. For me, red is beautiful. Red is beautiful. Green is dangerous. So I think I'm colorblind because I see red to be green for me and green to be red for me. Right? In fact, there was a time in my life on the trading view charts, I had my colors inverted. So all the red candles for me were green candles and all the greens were red. So yeah, I did have them inverted for a time. But then when I was sharing it to friends and this and that, they were confused. They're like, what the hell is this, bro? We're seeing green, something else, and you're showing us green. I'm like, that's green. That means buy. So I've done that. Guys, if you're here for the first time, my name is Sham. This is 0xfiles. The truth is always out there. We're here for the conversation all the time. This is how we are. We're friends here. You're not giving me anything. I'm not giving you anything. We're here to help each other out and grow together. That's the most important thing. So if you do kind of like this kind of stuff, consider subscribing. We do have memberships. If you want to support the channel, you can become a member. There's a coffee link. You can buy a coffee if you want as well. I do need a coffee, actually. I'm joking. I've got water here today. But do consider. If not, then at least smash that like button so other people can find these videos. And the channel is growing. We've got a target to get to around 10,000 people. So help us out. That's all I'm going to say. Crypto Roach says, laugh my ass off. The inverted color candles is next level. Giga chat. That's what it is, bro. But that's me. I'm telling you, I've been talking about it all the time. For me, the best days, right? I love it. I get really excited when I see a red candle. Honestly, I'm happy. Like, I wake up first thing in the morning. I wake up, right? And no, I'm not joking. This is actually something I do first thing in the morning, right? I wake up and I open my phone and I'll see my trading view, and I have my trading view in a particular way, and I'll show you. Right, okay, let me just show you. Look, this is my trading view set up in a very specific way, right? Sorry, it's a bit dusty, but look, set up in a very specific way, right? So I get to see my numbers like this, right? This is red for me. When I see everything red, I'm excited. I'm like, wow, it's a great day today, and I'm happy, and I wake up happy, and I'm like, I'm excited. I'm gonna go and do what I need to do. I'm calm, right? But when I see it green, the only thought that I have, when is it going to come down? Do I need to move my stop losses? So I'm having to, every green candle, I have to work double hard, because I'm now having to move my stop losses, move all of that, right? Plan ahead, because I see a green, that means it's going to come down, right? It's the only thing. Think about it. After a green, we're going to expect a red. So I'm expecting the red so I can buy more. And the greens are hard work. So all the green candles are harder work. Like me coming here talking to you on a green, right? Telling you that I expect the market to come down. That's hard work. You know what I mean? That's what it is, my brother. That's what it is, It is what it is. But you know what? When I'm looking at the market and I'm seeing like some of the coins like BTC, ethereum not so much, but BTC, ethereum, Crow, and all the other coins that I've been kind of tracking for myself and other people as well, what I am seeing is they're way above their previous support zones, right? So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Let's see where it goes. But yeah. Oh man, I think I've got YouTube videos where I do. I've got videos on my channel, right, where I've done live streams where my candle's not red. I think the only color, just for other people, I made it purple. I made it purple for other people because I just I had to have a different color, because for me that was and the greens were blues, so I made the green into a blue and I made the reds into purple. So that's what it was. Hello says, great idea to switch on inverted candles in bear market. Crypto Roach says, enjoy your next coffee on me. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that. I'll definitely go and buy a coffee. But yeah, I mean, it's a little technique. These are little techniques that I've learned, right? And I'm not going to joke with you, right? So this is crazy. When I was first using TradingView, of course, there's a fun fact about TradingView as well, right? So in the beginning, I wasn't using TradingView. I used to use an actual exchange platform for trading my stocks and shares and whatnot. Just whatever the exchange gave me, right? Normally FX, I used to do MT4, right? So all of that kind of stuff, right? So metaphor, whatever you want to call it, right? So I used to use that. Now, when I moved over to crypto, the first company I was using was different. It was called, I think it was called Go Charting. They're still around, by the way. Go Charting. They're quite good. They're not that bad. They're quite good. Then I wasn't getting the good data, so I moved over to TradingView. And at those days, by the way, even TradingView wasn't the best, right? So I was getting TradingView. But with TradingView, I realized that a lot of the functions that I want, and I used to use a shit ton of indicators, like at least 50 indicators on my charts, right? And my charts were like bombarded with it. In fact, some of that filtered into my YouTube life as well, right? So on my YouTube earlier videos, you can see some screenshots with multiple indicators, because I used to use a whole ton of indicators to kind of predict the market. But as I progressed, I started learning new tricks, right? As I learned new tricks, I started using less and less and less indicators, right? Now I don't even use indicators. I just use stochastic RSI, volume every now and then. I'm not even bothered about volume. And I've kind of explained to everybody on YouTube as well what volume is, what liquidity is. So when we say, oh, we've had a massive liquidation event, well, a liquidation event literally means that someone's liquidated. That could be just profit taking as well. It doesn't mean that someone got wiped out. No, when you have a long position and you want to sell, well, you short it into the market, and that's what you do. You liquidate that to get your profit. That's a liquidation. So not all liquidation events are negative. They're actually kind of positive because someone's taking profit. So you got to look at that. Volume candles include both positive and negative. The only time it prints green or red is whichever one has more weight. That's all it is. So, but thank you, crypto. I do respect that, bro. Awesome, thank you. I do appreciate that. But yeah, you know, you learn little tricks. You learn little tricks, and these are all psychological tricks as well because they help you mentally, right? You know, as I said, perspective and perception, right? So when you're starting looking at certain things in a different perspective or a different perception, they do matter. They do matter, and you're able to keep your minds more clear that way. So, you know, that's what it is. That's what it is. But again, remember, guys, I'm not here to influence anybody to do anything in a particular way. Just my little personal tricks and tricks. I wouldn't call it tips. No, I'm not going to tip anybody. Like that's my tip. No, it's my personal trick. Normally, one thing I do tell everybody, I say, guys, like yeah, we can use MACD and all sorts of other indicators, right? Bollinger Bands and whatnot, and I have used them in the past. The one I found the most accurate so far is just a simple stochastic RSI and RSI. If you can use them in combination, they're actually fairly accurate. They actually give you a rough indication of what direction the market wants to go. And of course, the higher the time frame, the better the data, because you have so much more data inside that time frame. So for example, in 1 hour, you only have 1 hour's data, but in 4-hour candle, you have 4 times 1 hour's worth of data. Similar way, as you increase in time, you have more of that time inside the time you're looking at. So when I'm kind of looking at the market bearishness and bullishness, I usually focus on the weekly. All right, usually focus on the weekly. However, when I'm predicting something like, oh, this might happen within 2 months, it might happen within 3 months, then I'm moving into a higher time frame. So when I'm talking about a month, I'm literally in a month candle talking about a month, because I'm also focusing on that. So you got to move around, you got to adjust with it. But when you're in the day, then you zoom in, right? When you're looking forward into the future, you got to zoom out. So that's what that is. But yeah, if there's any other questions, guys, let me know. I'll answer those. But yeah, if not, then I'll disappear. Do you know what I mean? But let's see what it does. Just as I said, like let's wait for today. I would say midnight today is going to be quite important. Pepe's now started to move again. It's become green again. So that's one thing. So again, actually, while we're on that green, guys, one of the most important thing we have to always look out for, we should never ever buy on a green. So if you've seen something pumping already, don't buy. Just wait. It'll come back, right? Provided the market trend is still up, it will still come back. So for example, if someone decides to go and buy Pepe today, I wouldn't recommend it. Pepe's already been pumping. It's already gone and done new all-time high, right? So yes, it's going to go higher, but how high we don't know. So you're not going to make the same percentage that some of us are making. So when we're talking about these coins, the percentage we've already made, you're not going to make that. And I want you to understand this, that okay, you're not going to make this kind of percentage that we've done, because we've bought it like 6 months ago, probably longer. So we've had those. So yes, sometimes when we come and talk about certain coins performing in a particular way, look, this done a 10x, this done a, that's because we've done the 10x already. Do you know? So the probability of it doing another 10x is slightly less, but yeah, it's possible. You just got to understand this in a particular way. You know what I mean? So that's that. But yeah, let me know, guys. Let me know. Crypto, when I first started trading, I would top blast every green candle. Oh my. No, you don't want to do that. The reds are the best ones. Reds are the best one. But as I said, like same thing as I said to Bobby and crypto, same thing I said to you as well. If you are going to top up, if you are going to buy and you're going to buy the dip, don't go all in. Don't do that. Just buy in increments, right? So that way, even if the market starts coming back up again, at least you haven't gone, too much in or anything like this. And if the market bleeds out, then you still got loads of cash remaining for you to get in. And as I said, it's not a financial advice. But yeah, listen, crypto, I've done that. I've bought on a green. I've bought on a green, right? I've bought on a green, but in the beginning, I used to buy on a green when I was buying spot. I have bought on a green, and there has been times where I've lost money, or I've just held it, right? But I've bought on a green mostly when I do trades. So if I'm doing a long, I'll buy on a green, and within a few minutes, I'll be out. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I've done that. I've done that, but it is what it is, but whatever you do, as I said, there's two ways of, like, if you're going in for the money, you want to make the money and you're in the long term, then you do long-term planning. We buy in the bear market, we sell those same ones in the bull market. That's a long-term perspective, right? But when we in the market's pumping, everything's a bull market, yeah, you can go in and have a bit of fun, right? But as long as it's fun, it's fine. If you start making it into a casino, it's not fine, right? Don't become the casino player. Don't do that, because a lot of people end up treating it like a casino, and then it's just a gamble. You just lose more money than you win. Don't do that. Have fun. That's the most important thing. Crypto Roach says, what's your opinion on the crypto gaming narrative? As a person who has gamed all their life, I just do not see the need. Funny, I'm with you on that, brother. I'm with you on that. I've actually mentioned a few things on a few live streams regarding that as well, because we have a whole bunch of crypto narratives, gaming narratives, and people show all of these partnerships and whatnot. And I'm like, well, hold on. If I don't see Activision, if I don't see EA games, if I don't see some of those top dogs, right? The Microsoft games and, your Xbox games and all of those, if I don't see those guys, well, it doesn't really matter. Do you know what I mean? A lot of these companies are coming, yeah, they're raising capital from us investing in them, right? For these gaming narratives. And there are micro games, by the way, who have actually done it. We know about this, right? There are some actual crypto games who have done it. That makes sense. That's a crypto first, right? But when you're talking about big titles, right? Big titles, big games, right? All multiplayer, this, that, whatever, all of those mega games, right? For these mega platforms, where are the mega boys in there? So when I don't see that, I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. I don't see the use case for it. Do you know what I mean? Aditya says, which accent do you speak, bro? I'm speaking in English, my brother. British English, London English. Bit of Cockney, bit of slang, all of that. Yeah, I'm just a normal London boy. So that's that. And if you're talking about any other accents, I haven't spoken in Hindi or Urdu. That's a different story. Or Bengali. It's a different story. I do speak all three of those as well. So yeah. Yes, Aditya, I'm from London, my brother. So yeah, I mean, coming back to crypto, gaming narrative. Now, look, if we're in it for the money, we want to go for the pump, the hype and the pump. Yeah, find the one with the biggest marketing budget and just jump on it. You make money. You know what I mean? And I've got plenty of gaming coins, but not for gaming reasons. Because I'm 100% on the gaming reasons. Doesn't make any sense to me unless I see a big boy come on. And I can assure you, if Microsoft and this and that coming, they're more likely to use an existing coin than actually create their own coin. So any in-game currency, any in the future, when we start seeing cryptocurrency being used for trading in-game products, is more likely to be something like Doge, right? Bitcoin or Ethereum, right? That's what the big boys are going to do. They're not going to create a whole brand new coin for that. So that's that. Are you a trade with professional fund account? No, I do trade, but I don't trade with a professional fund account. No, I do manage other people's accounts, but most of that is private. Again, I don't come to YouTube to advertise any of that. This YouTube for me is not business orientated. A lot of I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, business wise, anything I do business wise, I do it off camera separately. That's private. I don't promote that anyway. I don't even promote. There's no link or anything like that. Friends and family and people I know. So yeah, sorry, I don't promote that. That's a whole different aspect of my life. Right? I have a life on YouTube where I come for friends and family to help them out, guide people, and drop some knowledge if I can. Anything financial, that's separate from YouTube. Yeah, I don't promote anything here. Crypto Roach, I would understand adding crypto to like a Call of Duty, Fortnite, etc. from the payment, but nothing parts. Exactly, right? Beam seems to be a good gaming trade. Yeah, exactly. If you're looking at trades, as I said, if you're looking at trades, making money, yeah, that's fine. That narrative is fine, right? We're gonna make pumpamentals, right? Who gives a damn who they are? But the real actual gaming use cases, first of all, you need all of them to use something similar. So I know very well, like for example, Engine, right? Engine, I think Sony's invested in that, if I'm correct, and I think Samsung is invested in that as well, right? So Engine cryptocurrency. But they haven't really gone that far, right? Again, to do that, they need to unify the game. So if you are going to use in-game currency, whatever, there's like, let's put it this way: if you buy an armor or a sword or a shield in a particular game, right, or a weapon in a particular game, well, you sell it to another game or you move over to another game. That's the only ability you might have when you might, or you might want to sell it to someone else. That's all I see. But other than that, no. Even now we play games. So in like normal mobile phone games, there are games I play. And in the game I play, I've been playing a particular game for 4 years. There are people who are buying and selling accounts. We buy and sell accounts. Do you know what I mean? But we're just using normal crypto, even normal crypto enable Fiat outside the game, obviously. So Crypto Roach, no, we read that. Aditya says, in which field do you do your business? I do consultancy mostly. However, I do fund management as well. So just okay, let's not talk about it too much, but I'll just give you a brief description, Aditya. So Aditya's 1007 is asking which field is my business. So my main income is I do consulting with people, but I also do fund management. I used to do that in the past. I don't do as much, but with friends and family and people I know, people who understand the risks, I will manage their account remotely, not a problem. So we would run it through an API. So sometimes, for example, I would manage somebody else's Binance exchange. I would manage somebody else's KuCoin exchange, whatever, Bybit exchange. I will manage that. They will hand me the funds and I will do all the trades and whatever needs to be done. Yeah, we do remote management. So that's a whole different, as I said, it's a whole different thing. So I wouldn't be going into that, right? Okay, so that's what I do. I normally do consultancy, but not only crypto consultancy, I also do normal, like, you know, people business, right? Someone's got a business, they want to probably improve the business. In fact, someone's just asked me to go, and when I got some time, to consult them on their business, which is not doing well, or they want to improve their business. So they've consulted me to go and help them out. So when I get a bit of time, I'm going to go there, and that includes, so I've already like seen their business already. So I've visited them once already, and I've got a rough idea, because I always do this. I'll go and visit and I'll get a rough idea. So I made a list of things that needs, and I said to him, I said, you realize in order to improve your business, you're going to need to do renovations into that. So he might have to spend at least, right? At least the lowest amount is about 50 grand in order for his business to go up. So that's the first thing I said, look, before you pay me, do you realize you're going to have to pay 50 grand just for the things, the changes? And then on top of that, you're going to have to pay my fee. So are you prepared for that? If you are, you call me and I'll come over. We'll deal with it. No problem. So yeah, it's not just limited to crypto. There's a lot of things we do. Property, this, that, whatever. So many different things anyway. I will go public with it at some stage, right? If I will go public with it some stage, but right now I'm not going public. I'm still kind of doing beta stuff, so that's a different story. Anyway, Crypto Roach, blockchain gaming gives me metaverse vibes. Cool idea, but such a flop. It is, but I think there is space for it. There is space for it. It's just that it's not our time yet. We don't have the equipment. We don't have the hardware for it. Metaverse is brilliant. I mean, I would love to see Metaverse, play in Metaverse and do all sorts of stuff, but not with a freaking headset. You know what I mean? If we can have a complete 3D environment in a particular room, maybe in a mirror, right? In a wall mirror or something. When we have that kind of technology, yes, it will be freaking awesome, right? It will be awesome. But now with all the hardware and everything, it's limited to few people who are hardcore fans, right? That's what it is. It's not there for the masses. The technology needs to grow to the point where it becomes there for the masses. Like, for example, glasses, they are looking at AR glasses and whatnot, right? That could open up doors, right? When we need less and less hardware, we can open up doors. And I think then there's an opportunity, you know, and we could create a whole brand new universe inside, like, you know, like crypto universe or whatever, inside the metaverse. And there are plenty of projects out there who have already done it, like even in the past they've done it as well. And there are plenty of mega institutional companies who have already built their projects inside there. Can you imagine that? So that's already happened. It's already happened. But yeah, any other questions, guys? Let me know, please. Any other questions, let me know. If not, I'm bursting. I need a pee. I've drank too much water. So yeah, let me know, guys. Let me get this camera. There we are. So I don't even know if the chat's working. You know, I've noticed the chat sometimes just bugs out. I have no idea if the chat's working. But yeah, Pepe's gone to 27 cents. Hence why I said don't buy. Because yes, Decentraland. Decentraland was good. Decentraland was good. So I used to hold a whole bunch of mana tokens, right? Decentraland's original tokens. But when they launched the land, it was manipulated. It was a freaking scam because what happened was a lot of the insiders already had the land and they were selling it for a ridiculous amount of money. I was like, that doesn't work. Do you know what I mean? That just doesn't work. So hence why I used to own a small piece of land on Decentraland. I got rid of it and I never looked at it again. Yeah. It's a good idea. But as I said, we just don't have the tech or the equipment to do anything right now. Yes. Yes, exactly. You know, I mean, Facebook has a good idea because obviously with Facebooks, you got the Oculus and all of that, right? They got all of the devices, right? So that's where they got a big business out there. They're making big money there, right? So there's a good narrative, right? But as I said, it's just not quite there yet. It's not inclusive. It doesn't allow anybody to go in. It's limited to who can and who can't because some of the devices people can't afford. And even if they do, the games are all crap and it's all kind of centralized. So when the opportunities open up, yeah, that's a different story. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. Let me know, guys. Any other questions? Let me know. But yeah, Mana was good. Mana was good. There's a few other projects that came out as well. I forgot there was another one. I think it was Block something. I forgot what it was called. They were also doing quite well as well. But look, it's a narrative. When the narrative goes on, it's fine. Now, currently, the biggest narrative is AI, right? So I would say focus a bit on the AI, and don't ask me what AI coins because there's so many out there. You know, there's so many out there. It's just AI. But soon the AI is going to die out. Soon AI, everyone's going to have AI there, and it's just going to die out. I am into memes. As I mentioned, Pepe and Bonk and this and that. So those memes, yeah, those big top. I focus on my most of my top picks are usually in the top 20 of the total market cap. That's where I focus my memes and anything, right? Other memes, yeah, they're just for fun. I'll go in, have a bit of fun. If they pump, they pump. If they don't, they don't. Yeah. So yeah, just complete fun, nothing more. So that's what I do. I'm not a holder of memes other than Doge, Bonk, and Pepe, right? And Shiba Inu as well. So those are the only ones that I've actually held for a long time. In fact, Shiba Inu is the one that I've held the longest, right? And then the second longest is Bonk, and then the third longest I've held is Pepe. So these are coins that I've been holding since the initial launch. Yeah. And Doge on and off. Doge on and off. So Doge is just for fun. But I do hold it. It's on and off. So other than that, guys, you know what? I am freaking bursting. I'm not joking. I am actually freaking bursting. So I'm not gonna make this longer. I need to go and find a McDonald's or something for a piss. I'm dying. So I'm not gonna make this longer. Thank you very much, Virg. Thank you very much, because I can't hold it back any longer. I'm going to run off. I think there's a McDonald's nearby. I'm going to run off, go find the McDonald's. Best public toilets, McDonald's, right? They're everywhere. So other than that, guys, I do appreciate all of you guys coming here. Thank you very much for all the questions. Roach, I appreciate the coffee and everything as well. Thank you very much. Matthew, your questions and everything as well. And all the other guys that came here. I hope you found value. If you did, please do consider subscribing. If not, at least smash that like button. Let's get the word out there and let's grow this community, or help me grow the community, and then we'll carry on, right? So other than that, like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you on another one very soon. Adios, my amigos. And all of you guys have a great, wonderful day. Thank you.